Hey, what's going on, y'all? This your man Pristine. Okay, so check this out. So here's the rear primary camera sensor for the Google Pixel 3 XL. Now again, we've got another 12.2 megapixel sensor, same sensor as we've seen before on the Pixel 2 and the 2 XL. But the thing here is the software has gotten a little bit different, which enables us to do a little bit more, or actually a lot more with this particular camera. So I'm in the car. Let's go ahead and get out of the car and just see how the camera adjusts to the different lighting conditions once I step out of the vehicle. As you can see, the transition was quite nice. You know, I've got tinted windows in the Pristine Mobile here, you know what I mean? So it's not going to reflect the actual color accuracy as it does once you're outside. But then you see, as we're outside, I mean, you can see it's a beautiful fall day in Seattle, Washington. Gray, gloomy skies, you know, orange and brown leaves falling off the trees all onto the ground. I mean, this is beautiful. This is my kind of weather. I love the fall. Now, we do have optical image stabilization on board, so as I'm moving around, you still shouldn't see any shakiness or lagginess or anything like that. But again, I think that the video champion, definitely has to go to the iPhone XS and the XS Max and the XR, because you're able to record in 4K up to 60 frames per second. Now, you do have the ability to record in 4K here on the Google Pixel 3, but it's only at 30 frames. Now, is that a big deal to some people? No, it's not a big deal to me. I'm totally fine with being able to record up to 30 frames per second in 4K. But if you want to, you know, scale it up another 30 and have 60 frames per second while recording in 4K, that is a very, very sweet option to have, right? But again, I mean, this is no slouch. This isn't 4K. This is just the primary camera sensor, but you do have the ability to change the resolution up to 4K. And you've got all the bells and whistles and a few new additions that Google threw into the package here. You know, Pro mode, portrait mode, adjustable blur effect, that kind of thing. But I think one of the main, aside from the fact that this camera is being touted as the best camera on any smartphone, and I mean, some would argue that, you know what I mean? Because some people are completely satisfied with other devices that they have, and they argue that those devices have the best camera. But for my personal opinion, I can honestly say that if I felt like the Google Pixel 3's camera was the best in the game, can you really fault me for that, considering the images that this thing pushes out? This camera's a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely in the top 3. In a lot of people's camera category, this camera may be the number 1 on whatever their list may be. So it depends on who you ask. You know what I mean? Me personally, is this camera good? Absolutely. It's definitely in my top 3. Can I say it's the number 1? You know, that's kind of hard to say, because I get my hands on a lot of different devices, and I've seen some magnificent cameras on other devices, you know what I mean? But this is definitely up there with the cream of the crop. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about the rear 12.2 megapixel sensor on the Google Pixel 3 XL down below in the comments. Now I'm going to flip the phone around, and we're going to talk a little bit about that front camera, because there's been some pretty significant changes there. All right, so follow me. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your man Pristine. So now we're checking out camera footage for the front-facing selfie camera on the Google Pixel 3 XL. But the thing is, there's not only one camera, there's 2. So here in 2018, we live in a day and age where most of these phones that are coming out all have dual rear camera sensors, right? Google decided to switch that up. They're like, we're gonna continue to rock with the 12.2 single sensor. But rather than throwing a dual camera sensor on the back of the device, we're going to throw a dual camera system on the front. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got an 8 megapixel wide angle sensor and another 8 megapixel super wide angle sensor. So for all of you people out there that love taking selfies, I mean, trust and believe that your selfie game is on point with this camera. The fact that this is the primary sensor right here, so the fact that you've just got a wide-angle sensor to captivate selfies, but if you want to get more in the shot, you have the ability to do that. If you want to get more people in the shot, if you're in a beautiful area and you just want to capture more of the landscape behind you, then that's what that super wide-angle lens is for. And so the fact that you've got that, again, when you're taking portrait shots, you have the ability to adjust the blur effect. You know, we've got a new feature called Top Shot, which it's a burst photo. It takes a bunch of different photos, and you can basically sift back and forth through the photos to see which is the best one, and that could be the one that you go with. That's pretty dope. That's kind of reminiscent to what we saw on some of the Sony devices. You know, and that was a pretty dope little feature that they had right there. And so I did mention that this camera is optically image stabilized. I mean, so as you're moving about, you shouldn't notice any shakiness or lag or anything like that. 4K recording, Pro mode, all the bells and whistles. I mean, it's the Pixel, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? This phone is being recognized as the best camera that became a better phone. That's saying a lot. Think about that. The best camera that has now become a better phone. Not a better phone, not a phone that had a good camera that now has a great camera, but the best camera that now became a better phone. I mean, so That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot about what people think about the camera system on this particular device. But my question is, what do you think about it? If you have a Google Pixel 3 or a 3 XL, what are your thoughts? Drop your thoughts down below in the comments and let me know what your experience has been with the camera system here on the Google Pixel 3 or the 3 XL. And you guys already know, man, closing out the video, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons of more videos that I've done like this one. And definitely stay tuned. Keep it locked here at Pristine Mobile Tech because I've got so much more content to come. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that every time my videos go live, you will be the first to know and you can check it out and let me know what you think about it down in the comments section, all right? So until the next video, you guys already know, please stay safe, get spiritually fit in 2018 because we're definitely living in the last days. And keep it pristine in all that you do. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.